Norwegian Cruise Line, your safety is our highest priority. So please take the time to watch this video for a review of the ship's safety procedures. Nautical terms are generally used at sea, and understanding the basics will help you navigate your way around the ship. Forward is toward the bow, or front of the ship. Aft is toward the stern, or back of the ship. When facing forward, starboard is on your right-hand side, and port is on your left-hand side. Maps located around the ship will indicate which way is forward. In the event of an emergency, the telephone number to dial is 911. The ship has a fully trained medical and emergency response team on board at all times, ready to respond to any emergency situation. The ship's emergency alarm consists of 7 short and 1 long blast of the ship's horn and alarm bells. If you hear this alarm and you're close to your stateroom, return to it and pick up your life jacket. Do not put the life jacket on, but carry it to your assembly station. Please be careful not to let the life jacket straps drag on the ground, as this presents a trip hazard. When preparing for an emergency, bring only the essentials. Be sure to collect any medication that you may require. Wear warm clothes. It gets cold at night, even in the tropics. There is no room in the lifeboats for luggage. Your bags must be left behind in your stateroom. Trying to bring them with you, or trying to return to your stateroom to collect them, will block the passageways and emergency exits. The map on the back of your stateroom door will explain where you must go and what you must do in the unlikely event of an actual emergency. It shows you your present location on the ship, your emergency evacuation route, and your assembly station. The location of your assembly station can also be found on your stateroom keycard and on your life jacket. If you are not inside or near your stateroom when the general emergency alarm is sounded, go directly to your assembly station, where a life jacket will be provided for you. Look for green signs posted around the ship. These signs will show you where to go if an emergency should occur. Your life jacket should be put on in this manner. Place the life jacket over your head. Pass the strap behind your back. Take the buckle in your left hand and the clip in your right, and push the clip into the buckle until you hear a click or the clip locks. Test it by pulling on either side of the buckle. Tighten the life jacket by pulling on the remaining strap. Tuck any remaining strap away, as this will prevent it from being caught on any obstacles. On your life jacket, there is a light which will activate when it comes into contact with water. There is also a whistle for attracting attention. Please do not use the light or whistle, except in the unlikely event of an emergency. For further instructions on the use of your life jacket, please take a few minutes to look at the sign on the back of your stateroom door. This sign contains vital safety information, as well as the correct procedure to put on your life jacket. If you require additional adult, baby, or infant life jackets, or your life jacket is missing a whistle or light, please notify your stateroom steward. At your assigned assembly station, your station leader will tell you what to do to ensure your safety. There are some important rules to maintain order at the assembly station. Silence is required so that all guests can hear the instructions given by the crew. Still or video cameras may not be used. Use of cellular phones or electronic entertainment devices is prohibited. Do not bring food or drinks to the assembly station. If you require any warm clothing or medication to be collected from your stateroom, inform your assembly station leader. One of the ship's personnel will be sent to collect the items for you, or if conditions permit, you may be escorted to your stateroom to collect essential items. The safest place to be during an emergency is on board the ship. In the unlikely event that the captain decides to evacuate the vessel, you will be led by section out of the assembly station via assigned routes to the promenade deck. The leader of your section will raise your section sign for you to follow, and one assembly station assistant will be in the middle and one at the end of the section. The evacuation will be controlled by our compilers, who are in direct contact with the bridge, and as you come out onto the deck, you will proceed directly to and enter a lifeboat, which will have been previously assigned to your section by the boat deck commander. There are more than enough seats on our lifeboats to accommodate all passengers on board. Each lifeboat is equipped with fresh water, emergency rations, and medical supplies. In the unlikely event of an actual emergency, the lifeboats will be lowered to the embarkation deck, but they will only be boarded as a last resort by order of the captain. An officer or crew member will be on hand to assist you. In addition to lifeboats, the ship is also equipped with life rafts. These are stored in large white containers at stations around the ship. The life rafts are mainly for crew members, but can supplement the lifeboats if needed. For guests who require wheelchairs or have difficulty walking, special care teams are assigned to provide assistance in an emergency. Guests with disabilities must not use the ship's elevators in an emergency, as they could lose power at any time. Instead, wait in a safe location for the special care team to arrive and escort you to your assembly station. All children who participate in the ship's youth program will be issued an identification bracelet at the beginning of the cruise. The bracelet is to be worn at all times when participating in the youth program. It shows parental details and emergency information. In the event of an emergency, trained teams will take children to the child pickup point where their parents can collect them. The location of the child pickup point will be provided to all parents. If you have any reason to believe there is a fire, dial 911 on any ship's phone, or push the glass in on any manual call point. A fire guard will come to your assistance immediately. If you open your stateroom door and see thick smoke, it's safer to remain in your stateroom and dial 911 for assistance. Our highly trained search and rescue teams will come for you. If you are trapped by thick smoke, crouch down below the smoke layer and crawl to safety. The freshest air is always closest to the floor. Illuminated strips are located at floor level in all hallways to guide you to the nearest exit. An NCL cruise is an adventure you'll never forget. Our captain and crew do their best to ensure smooth sailing, but you must remember that the ship is in constant motion, and take care of yourself and your belongings. In your stateroom, you'll see a smoke and heat detector and water mist fire extinguishing heads. Please do not hang any articles on the sprinkler heads or touch any of these essential safety items. Use caution when opening closets, as items may have shifted and could fall out. Do not place heavy objects on the upper shelves. If you take medication that requires injections or have razor blades to dispose of, free sharps containers are available. Just stop by reception or the medical center, or ask your cabin steward, who will be happy to provide you with a container for the disposal of these items. Remember that the motion of the ship can cause doors to swing open or close unexpectedly. Please keep your fingers and limbs clear. Please do not sit on any of the ship's railings. Although it may seem safe, sudden motion of the ship can occur at any time and cause you to lose your balance. For the same reason, please do not lean far over railings on balconies or open decks. Sliding down ship's banisters is also very dangerous. Again, the ship can move suddenly, causing you to lose your balance. All passenger ships are equipped with fire and watertight doors. These doors can be closed automatically or manually. Do not tamper with the fire or watertight doors, as they can easily injure untrained people. Please listen for announcements about the automatic closing of these doors. The ship's decks may get wet from salt spray and sea air and are washed regularly, so please use caution and look for warning signs. Additionally, please use caution when walking on any inside or exterior deck, as well as when crossing thresholds or using stairs. If you smoke, please do not throw your cigarette butts overboard. They could be blown back onto the deck or be sucked into the air conditioning vents, which is a major fire hazard. Please use the proper receptacles placed around the ship to extinguish cigarettes. If you see someone in the water who needs assistance, locate one of the life buoys on the ship's railing and throw it to the person. Inform a crew member that you have seen someone overboard. If no crew member is in the area, find the nearest phone, dial 911, report your location and that you've seen someone in the water. Return to where you saw the person overboard, and wait for a crew member to come to your assistance. We accept no responsibility for injuries caused by physical sports, such as basketball, volleyball, or water sports, whether they are played on board or ashore. These pastimes are conducted at your own risk. The jogging track is located outside on Deck 6. Please do not run or jog anywhere on the ship except for the jogging track. One of the best parts of cruising is getting off the ship and seeing the sights. Of course, you must keep safety in mind while enjoying your time ashore. When the ship is docked in port, remember that there are no railings on most docks. When walking ashore from the ship, please stay away from the edges of the dock. Every precaution has usually been taken to remove obstacles from the dock. However, ropes, rail lines, and other trip hazards may be present. Please take extra care when taking pictures, talking on mobile phones, or when looking up. Remember that in our ports of call, the standards of maintenance for footpaths, steps, and roadways may not always be what you are accustomed to at home. Please take care while you are ashore, as potholes or broken pavement can be hazardous. When visiting foreign lands, be aware that traffic may not always operate under the same rules or travel on the same side of the road as you are used to. Always look both ways before crossing the street in our ports of call. At times, it may be necessary to use tenders to transport you from ship to shore. Please tune in to this channel the day before tendering for important safety information. Our crew work very hard to make your cruising experience with NCL the best it can be. Out of respect for their privacy, and in the interest of ship security, we ask that you please stay out of areas marked crew only. In addition to serving our guests, every crew member has a special assignment in the unlikely event of an emergency. In order to keep the crew trained and fully prepared at all times, we conduct regular crew emergency drills. These drills are very important to ensure the safety of everyone on board, and we ask that when a crew drill is being held, that you stay away from areas where crew are participating. Obey the crew's instructions and do not tamper with any equipment that requires specialist knowledge. Providing you with a safe and secure cruising experience is a top priority for Norwegian Cruise Line. Our security officers are highly experienced and will assist you in all policing matters. Just like a police officer on land, he or she will investigate incidents that occur on board the vessel. For everyone's security, when boarding the ship, you must always present your boarding card. Baggage and personal searches will be carried out as you pass through the gangway. Norwegian Cruise Line strictly prohibits the use, transportation, or distribution of all illegal substances, firearms, and weapons. Any person in violation of this policy will be reported to the appropriate law enforcement agencies and may be disembarked from the vessel at the individual's expense. Please always remember when entering the ship that this is for your security and safety, and everyone else's on board. Here at Norwegian Cruise Lines, we're dedicated to meeting or exceeding all international safety guidelines and requirements. Our crew is here to make your cruise a safe, secure, and wonderful experience. Thank you for watching. Enjoy your cruise and welcome aboard.